Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Join Dota League Season number 6. I'm Esper Evolution 5, joined by Dragondrop Dota for Truesight TV. It's ASDF Indonesia up against Leviathan. Dragondrop, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Going good. Some great Dota. I've seen some great Dota today already, so...
Yeah. The Dota 2 Champions League finals were pretty... or not finals, but you know what I mean. They were pretty great.
Yeah, that game between VG Gaming and Empire. I mean, the first two, they were kind of expected, right? You know,
yeah, of course.
Empire winning up against, what was it? Up against Burton United, and then VG Gaming winning up against NIP. And then these two badass teams duking it out. There was a long time coming, too, that they would end up facing each other after TI4. It's kind of, I think that was the first matchup of these two teams since that point. And
but
yeah, wow, Empire.
I disagree with the Dota 2 lounge bets. It was 18% to 82, and I looked at it and I'm like, this is 50-50. But you know what? Let's value bet on Empire. I probably won $2 off that. I haven't really looked much today. But anyways, we are going to have some pretty exciting Dota here right now. ASDF, of course, their manager, I believe, is the one who's got us up with Saturday Dota League, and has really been supportive of our casting, so a real big shout out to her. But of course, Leviathan Dota, one of the top NA teams at the moment, in the top 10, we could easily say, as they've been invited to TI5 qualifiers. And we'll see what they have here. We do get a respect ban out of Jenkins Pudge. We still see them taking away the Undying and the Gyrocopter. Now, 6.84B, if I'm correct, did come out today.
Yep.
And we have a bit of a nerf to Undying. And everyone on Reddit I saw was like, oh my god, Undying is useless now, everyone panic. I'm like, guys, they reduced the minimum damage amplification to 1%. The AoE on that thing is 750 units. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, it's just, again, one of these things where you don't nerf what the hero does directly, which is kind of, that's still that teamfight control, the teamfight dominance with the Tombstone. So, banning him out is still okay, I guess. Gyrocopter similarly so. I mean, his base intelligence got hit pretty hard, though, with 5 intelligence points off.
Yeah.
So he can only use the Rock Barrage twice and not 3 times, if I'm not mistaken.
But you do have mangoes now, though.
But
so you have to take that into account.
That's what I wanted to come to. I played Gyro earlier, and every time I play Gyro, I pick up a mango. Just to have that extra bit of burst of mana if you need it.
Yeah, he is still going to be useful, though.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to go face drums on him, or with the drums and not skip those a little bit more often than you'd like. But apart from that, still a good hero, still ban-worthy in my opinion.
Yeah, and they're going to pick up the Visage, even though the Visage did get nerfed. And I thought this nerf was a little too strong, to be honest. Like, oh, they only take 3 hits now. Like, 3 hits is not that much, in my opinion. But apparently, Leviathan's saying, okay, we can still pick him. They're also going to grab the Nature's Prophet. We'll see ASDF picking up the Bounty Hunter and the Ember Spirit here. So, some gank potential, some team fight potential, a very well-rounded duo, but not exactly a popular duo by any means. So, we see Leviathan ban out the Wisp and the Spirit Breaker against them. I'm interested to see their next pick here.
Yeah, I don't really know what to make of these 2 picks that they have shown us already. I mean, Bounty Hunter first pick, that's not something that is maybe worth it. I mean, no one's ever going to ban out the Bounty Hunter. And yeah, I don't really see any obvious synergies with the Ember Spirit.
Yep.
Who might have some trouble later on with if he tries to chain someone when there's a bunch of Treants or the Visage Birds.
However, those Treants do mean more things to Sleight of Fist Cleave, even if it is at half damage. That's a lot more damage coming out, despite it. So, it'll be interesting to see, and we actually will see Nyx Assassin picked up here for ASDF as well. A very interesting lineup, very reliant on Invis, and I'll be honest, I'm a little worried for them. I looked beforehand. They did beat Next Level Badasses in their first Join Dota match, so they're actually sitting at, I want to say, the 5th rank. I'm going to pull up the standings here. 4th rank.
Well, yeah, they're sitting at 2-0, so...
yeah.
Since not a lot of games have been played yet, these rankings don't actually mean all that much. I mean, that's Leviathan down at the bottom, but they haven't. It's kind of
they just haven't played anything.
It's their first game, yeah. So we're gonna have to wait a couple of games in, so everyone has some points under the belt to actually see how the brackets shape up. And Yeah, I mean, this draft, I mean, Bounty Hunter, Nyx Assassin, you pick up 2 Invis heroes, and there is a rule of thumb that says you shouldn't really do that, because one alone in a professional match forces the enemy to buy detection.
Ooh.
So if you pick up another hero that also relies on Invis, then you're kind of giving away so much, because, well, they not only counter 1 hero with detection, but 2.
Yeah, it's like if you have 1 napkin, and somebody spills a glass of water and you start cleaning that up, and somebody else spills a glass of water, you're getting so much more out of that 1 napkin. In this case, the napkin would be the gem that Leviathan will probably pick up. They're going to get so much value out of it that, whatever. And the gem won't get too soggy to use, which is the best part. But speaking of waterlogged things, Kunkka, going to be picked up here. And this is a hero who, well, if you can't see him, that may not be a problem, as you can hit him anyway.
Yeah. You might see him go for Silver Edge, even though that's been nerfed a little bit in terms of gold cost, but don't really see a lot of breaking potential here just yet on the side of ASDF, but yeah, of course having that initiation is always useful. You can also do some cool shenanigans here with the Storm Sword, put the axe on him so Storm Sword can do whatever he likes, and not have to worry about anything really.
Oh no, I ran out of mana. Zip, I'm back, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 8 seconds of basically go wild, Storm. Storm's gone wild incoming here.
Similarly for the Nature's Prophet, though, as well. I mean, you can teleport anywhere with the axe.
Oh, wait.
On a couple of treants, and then not have to worry about anything. So, if Leviathan does this right and maybe puts some plays here with the axe, then they might drive ASDF Indonesia a little bit crazy at the very least.
Have you seen the one where they pick up Kunkka and Tinker? And like, when I saw it done, it was back in August of this year, and you just get Kunkka to level 8 so you could have max X, and then he would literally sit in the fountain and let Tinker just sit on a leash, and he'd pull him back if anything went wrong. It was hilarious.
I think Robster told me about that, actually, the other day.
You can't do it in pubs because the Kunkka would get an abandoned, but in competitive matches, go ahead, you know? Anyways, Phantom Assassin being picked up here. I do like the hero up against this team, I will say. She's very hard to kite out, and that's what Nature's Storm kind of want to do. You want to use the Sprout to zone him out. You want to use Visage to slow him down. Keep him just at arm's length, so you can do damage and they can't. But PA just kind of blinks up on you and says, hi, I am right here. You have to deal with me. What are you going to do? Yep.
There's not a whole lot that Leviathan's heroes can do to try and kite her. That's absolutely correct. I mean, they have some ways to fight her. At least it's also in Kunkka with just with their disables, but I mean, at least Kunkka, if he only throws out the torrent when Phantom Assassin is already on him, then that might not be enough.
So I really like go ahead and ban the Omni as well.
On the other hand, that now gives Kunkka more of a reason to build a Silver Edge now up against Phantom Assassin. So it's actually a really good counter now. Breaking the blur as well as the coup de grace.
Silver Edge being such a great late game item on any hero. I don't care how much invis your team has. It's not really so much that you're invisible, it's just that, oh, I disable passives for 4 seconds, boom.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
It's kind of what you used to build a Hex for, because it did do a similar thing here. Up against someone like Phantom Assassin, Bristleback, these kind of heroes that really rely heavily on passives to stay alive or do damage. So yeah, the Hex doesn't do that anymore. Instead, it's the Silver Edge. So it's one of the reasons I would say that we see a lot more Silver Edge carriers picked up in drafts when you have someone, especially when you have someone like a Phantom Assassin to really do that, to really abuse that.
And now we've got a really fun hero to watch. If you don't believe me, just buckle up and grab your popcorn, because Shatter Demon is on the board. Kunkka Shatter Demon is a support duo that's been run in the South American scene at times, and I want to say it's been run elsewhere as well. I'm assuming they're going to run Kunkka as core here, but as the farming hero in a tri-lane, so they'll still be together. Sweethearts forever, etc., etc. But Disruption into Torrent is just like okay, I'm stunned, I'm still stunned, I'm in big trouble, but Winter Wyvern, whatever you call her, going to be picked up here for ASDF.
Oh, it's interesting. I actually like that pickup as well, because just because of Cold Embrace, maybe. Because if you really think about it, you do have the Kunkka and you do have the Nature's Prophet, which provide a lot of physical damage.
And even the Storm.
Apart from that, apart from Storms, yeah, the Storms to a degree does that too. Of course, he also has some magical damage, but not all that much. So the Cold Embrace can actually bail out the Phantom Assassin out of exactly that kind of a stun combination, that kind of initiation that can come from a Shadow Demon into a Kunkka Torrent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also just a great, I don't need any items support. I can die all game, and yes, I'm giving things over to the enemy team, but it's not going to be, oh no, I have no items, I'm completely ineffective. No, that ult is still fantastic late game.
I mean, just imagine a Kunkka with like 2 crit sticks.
Guys, I got my rapier.
And you use them on the Storm Spirit or the Nature's Prophet, or vice versa. I mean, Nature's Prophet can turn into a heavy right click as well.
Yeah.
Early on in the game, Winter Woven should be able to help out a little bit, especially if they run a trial and heal Leviathan, or if they run an aggressive trial, in which they might end up doing here. Especially with Boots First and Shadow Demon, it's kind of a flag that signifies that.
Now, one thing I do want to point out that somebody just mentioned in chat here, I always trying to give credit where credit's due, there are 4 melee on the side of ASDF, so fights are going to be a little clumped up.
Yeah, I would say that too. Yeah, it might be more of a problem for the offlaner, whoever that may end up being here. Nyx Assassin looks like he's going to be the secondary support with Bounty Hunter in the offlane, but yeah, Bounty Hunter should still be alright. He is not the kind of hero that can really contest too much.
Yeah. I'm not too sure which is which here, yeah.
I mean, but he's still going to get his experience. What I do see them able to contest, though, is that aggressive trial, and if they choose to run it that way.
Yeah.
Phantom Assassin might... it's going to be Ember Spirit Mid, I would say. They can definitely contest that. Also on the back of the Winter Wyvern. Once they get a couple of levels into that, you do have the Splinter Blast, which is absolutely amazing. Plus the Arctic Burn, a little bit damage over time, and all that cool jazz. And, of course, the Cold Embrace.
But Smoke,
oh wow, the smoke
top lane, a Santa at NASA, he's going to be going back to outer space very soon, it looks like, as he will fall. I'm sorry, it is May, it's not Christmas, Santa.
Yeah, not the best start, obviously.
But good for Visage, definitely, getting that early support. They will grab the Bounty Hunter toward the bot lane, and I'm going to go ahead and say, I think it's Bounty support, Nyx core. And just because Bounty picking up these boots first is saying, hey, I don't think I'm going to get much anyway. Let's go ahead and grab these. But let's go ahead and introduce our lineups. We got Nusham Dota on the Visage. Flying Zebra Dota will be on the Shatter Demon. Chibi Dota on the Storm Spirit. Up top, it's going to be Shredder, actually, on the off-lane Kunkka. And down bot, it'll be Jenkins on the Nature's Prophet, a hero I don't believe I've seen him play before.
Well, definitely a lot of Dota Twitter handles here, and I have as well, so I shouldn't be talking. But yeah, let's talk about ASDF. We've got XSY on the Bounty Hunter here, roaming around to the bottom lane. Looks like a dual lane, actually, for now. With YOLO Swag Rico on the Phantom Assassin. In the middle lane, we've got Eleanor, YOLO Swag Rico. Another one of those. He's going to be the Ember Spirit. And actually, Winter Wyvern also making her way down here. A Santa at NASA. It's going to be that person's name. Which leaves the safe lane to Kea Hatton?
I have no idea. This is a stand-in for sure because I don't believe they were on the team previously. Actually, I can check on the... Yeah.
I'll just call him Keja.
Yeah.
He's going to be Nyx Assassin here, trying to soak up some experience top.
Yeah, God's Hand and the actual YOLO Swagrico are usually on the team. Eleanor has the other Swagger Co. sponsoring Kim / her or something. I'm not really sure, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm SP Revolution 5, joined by Dragondrop Dota. Let's go ahead and get into our game here as Storm is doing pretty well in this mid lane, 11-3 up against the 4-1 on Ember Spirit.
It's so weird to see here in this bottom lane. I mean, they did stack the small camp and pulled it, even though they're on the wrong side of the map. It's not something that you see all the time. But yeah,
so they basically pulled on the
a lot of pressure.
Enemy team?
Yeah. Putting on a lot of pressure here on Jenkins. He's still getting some levels, but YOLO swag. YOLO swag Rico is essentially here on the Phantom Assassin, getting all the free farm that he would have wanted to in his own safe lane, of course. But,
yeah. A nice dodge of that aggressive tri-lane is actually, Bounty Hunter will come toward the mid lane and actually get spotted out by the sentry ward. Take a little bit of damage and go out. He did steal the Invis rune from Shibby, he's just walking over like, I've got a rune, yep, and no you don't. Meanwhile, up top though, Shredder should be okay. Dyer's courier actually getting picked off here by Nusham. Very interesting, as Bounty was waiting there trying to find the courier, but wasn't able to do so.
Yep. Oh, was a bottle on that?
But no, it had nothing on it at that point,
okay,
yeah.
Well, it's still a good pickup. I mean, even if Amberspit would have the bottle now, then he couldn't really use it. Meanwhile, top lane here.
Yeah, and Vicious takes down Winter Wyvern on somewhere else. Welcome to 6.84. Kills everywhere.
Yeah, whenever there's kills at 2 different locations here. Exercise, a little bit of trouble. Has another Invis here. Gets lifted into the air though, and wow, nice. Very nicely placed there.
Yeah.
With the torrent, and yeah, of course the help from PlagueDota coming in just at the right time.
They wouldn't have. They were trying to do the torrent disruption combo, but they didn't have the opportunity to because Kunkka was sitting on 117 mana when the disruption was cast. Just 3 short, but was able to skill shot that very nicely up there. Excellent play from Shredder. I feel like I've seen him play Kunkka before. Ignore the phone in the background. Yep. But he really is making a really good showing off this. Already picking up a bracer, may go into a drum very early on, which could be part of Leviathan's kind of early aggression, because this game goes late. I don't really care how much farm ASDF have. They still have a pretty good lineup.
Yeah, I mean, Phantom Assassin is one of these kind of heroes that can definitely... of course, you do need a little bit of farm, but sometimes the RNGs is, if you did your prayers correctly, then it might be enough to carry you over to that point, as long as you're not too far behind. Ember Spirit, though, a little bit of a different story. He definitely needs a lot to get going in the mid-game, or else he just feels like a wasted hero. Yeah,
if he doesn't get some sort of damage out of him, preferably something like a Battle Fury, it can get kind of ugly for him, so not too surprising there. However, we do
kind
see
of being beaten out
right
in his middle lane. I mean, Shibi taking many more losses than he did. Now even forcing him out, but that opens up the space for the Winter Wyvern here to get some much needed levels of her own.
Yeah, she really needs that level 3. You're with me on the it's a she, right? Because people are like, no, it's a he. I'm like, I haven't examined it, but
female.
It's either female or a small child, yes. But
it's a badass dragon.
Yeah,
it can be a child. Seriously.
Anyways, just thought I'd clarify that because people flame me for that. I'm like, guys, it's not a man. If that's a man's voice, and you're gonna say I have a strange voice, we have clearly different opinions. But meanwhile, up on the top lane, we'll just call it Keha on the Nyx Assassin here. Not doing awful, but not doing great either. Does have 15 last hits and a magic stick, but you can see Flying Zebra and Shredder are just like, okay, we're gonna stop him. We're gonna stop him one way or another. The X, the Torrent, and yep, they will secure it. Get a pretty good hit off, and Jenkins just TPing right under the tower, not afraid at all. Will get stunned here and disrupted defensively. Very nicely done there, but are they able to bring it down? Keha actually staying alive quite well, and Jenkins could end up falling here. Not quite yet. Actually lives on 12 HP, and now Winter Wyvern in a lot of trouble. Does have a heal, but can't even get it off in time, as that's another. But they're looking for Jenkins. They're looking for Flying Zebra. Did he see Jenkins? He's going to go on Flying Zebra right now. Another hit will do the job. And if he can find oh, he doesn't know.
Oh, no.
Oh.
But another easy kill. Another
that would have been so easy. Even easier than the other, but at least they do find that pickoff. Shibby, nice defensive remnants here, just to keep them from chasing him down. And it looks like Jenkins will be able to TP home just in time. Spent a little chunk of time up here, only for the 1 kill, or the 2 kills actually, but still getting something out of his rotations, which I think is the most important thing here.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst for Leviathan, especially since they only gave up a Shadow Demon, and Jenkins kind of got away with his life there, even though he didn't have any right to at that point. Yeah. But yeah, was able to wait it out until his teleport came off cooldown.
Yeah.
Good on him, but yeah, Leviathan they're in a good spot right now. I mean, you can look at the network, you can look at the grass, and you can look at the middle lane.
Yeah, where Shibby is gonna jump on a Santa at Nasa, taking him down once again. This can be the problem with Winter Wyvern. Not the best roamer in the game, although the ability set makes it think, okay, great in fights, let's roam with it. Well, still squishy, still rather slow. You're in a bit of a rough spot here. Does at least have the boots. They're gonna grab a TP scroll for someone. I'm assuming this is Eleanor here, who's trying to catch up and at least staying alive here, which I think is the most important thing with Ember Spirit. If you're getting picked off, you're not going to get anything. If you can keep yourself alive, hopefully you can make it.
Yep.
You know?
When it comes to Winter Wyvern, I mean, sure, it's a good hero in fights, but in very particular fights. I mean, it's not as good 1v1, or 1v1, or against one in general. And meanwhile, bottom lane here, Yushem is gonna get ganked up on.
Nice kill
There's
from him.
all the spirits for that, all the remnants for that, but
it does give Eleanor a first kill here. That'll be a bottle done as well. A little interested that he went back for the bottle after pretty much not needing it with the Bear Magic Wand. But Jenkins, the double Invis brothers here gonna spot him out, and I hate to break it to you, Jenkins, but Bounty Hunter's in there with you. He's getting cuddly in the trees, and you're not gonna be okay after that one, bud.
very fortunate that they're able to make use of that right now before there's a lot of detection up and running, and yeah, that might not be done yet.
Yeah, Eleanor coming in. There's a boat incoming, and Eleanor's going to rock right into it, but will block most of the damage with the Flame Guard there. As actually, Flying Zebra going to fall here. YOLO Swagger Coat getting a little bit of that damage blocked with the Flame Guard. Shredder, nice torrent off just to prevent them from engaging. And Jenkins trying to come back in here. They will bring down Eleanor, and it looks like YOLO Swagger Coat is not long for this world anyway, as he will begin buying out very quickly. Moving into a Magic Wand as Shibby gets another kill on Nyx Assassin there. They'll dust the bounty. This is going to be a fourth. Winter Wyvern up top, just like, guys, stop feed, please.
Guys, stop feed, yes, exactly. It's a really weird fight here once again. I mean, starting off with a good pickup from Jenkins, and then at some point felt like Shibby just came in and was like, hey guys, stop messing around here. Kids, go back to the playground. It's my turf here.
Yeah.
And yeah, just managed to clean up, and yeah.
You think you can just waltz into the jungle and mess with Nature's Prophet? Really? I own the jungle!
Oh, Nyx and Covenant Vendetta here.
Does he really want to engage
Sentry Ward here.
And the dust is still on cooldown. But
Shadow Demon has some extra dust as well, but they're not going to use it. And now Jenkins, Nyx Assassin doesn't have any support yet. Okay,
there's Bounty. They're going to jump on Shadow Demon, but the dust will come out. There's a disruption. Ember coming in and actually jumping right into a boat and everything, but we'll get Searing Chains off on two. A Remnant away here, and they'll pick off Shadow Demon, and it looks like they're going to make it away and actually try to re-engage. Visage going down as well to the Winter Wyvern, who will heal herself up right now. Shredder getting slowed down, meaning he's going to get kited all around here. As Jenkins, they missed the Impale on him. I hope this is the right fight to follow. Shibby, he's going to come in the backside. Sprout will come out. And XSY, he'll pick off Jenkins. He'll pay for it with his life. But he was like, dude, I'm not going down without a fight. I'm taking this kill if I can get it. I don't care if Shibby gets fed, which we'll see what happens if Shibby gets fed a little bit. But actually, Eleanor looking for the kill. Not going to be able to find it. We'll get X right now. Doesn't have a Remnant either. And in a lot of trouble. I immediately regret my decision.
Yeah. It was kind of the exact same fight. I mean, you could say that, you could maybe say that Leviathan was ready for that fight, but they weren't actually really. I mean, was a good reaction here from Shadow with the boat combination right onto the Nyx Assassin. Didn't quite catch the Ember Spirit though, but still, Shibby wasn't there. He was somewhere in the middle lane. If he was there straight at the beginning, they would have taken much less casualties. But yeah, once again, once Shibby came into the fight, he was just able to mop up, because at that point the fight was kind of spread over this entire area here.
Yeah, and in fact, he'll be almost 700-ish away from his Orchid, which is going to be very effective against this team who wants to use their abilities constantly, especially Ember Spirit, where most of his damage late game comes from his abilities. If he's silenced, no.
Yeah,
just
Ember Spirit absolutely gets wrecked by silence.
Yeah.
Similarly, so Nyx Assassin, I mean, if you can catch him before he can get his stuns off, then that might be a big difference maker. Winter Wyvern to some degree as well.
Winter Wyvern definitely, although if it's a team fight, I'd say you silence the Bounty or the Ember or even the Nyx over the Winter Wyvern. And even PA, like, she wants to use her abilities to be mobile in the fight. If you stop that, she's very easily kited. I can see the reason he's going Orchid over Bloodstone here, because it's just such a valuable item. They'll take another tower, and that's the third for Leviathan on the map, making great use of the Nature's Prophet, where it looks like Jenkins may be going for that as well. He could also be going for a Blade Mail, though, which wouldn't be bad against this burst damage-focused team.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm thinking Blade Mail here.
It would be really good against Ember, though, or not as good against Ember, I mean. They're going to jump on the Shadow Demon, though, who wants to try to grab Winter Wyvern. Nice bait here from the Wyvern. Will get slowed by the other bird hero, as Bounty actually manages to evade the dust. Sunset Nasa getting away from the boat, but won't be so lucky. Bounty, you got to get out of here, bro. Actually, he will be invis right now. They're going to jump on YOLO Swaggerco, and actually a triple remnant in from Eleanor, but no sleight of fist to dish out the damage. With Shibby going to grab him. Eleanor now getting tossed up by the Torrent. It's a triple kill for Shibby once again, and a godlike spree for him as he is 9-0-2 this match. 13 minutes in, he has more kills than the entire team of ASDF combined.
Yeah. So what I was talking about earlier, I mean, with the Ember Spirits, if you don't get off to a decent start at least, then you just feel like a wasted hero. I mean, we saw some big in the fight. He used all 3 remnants to do some burst damage, and then he had nothing left. Not even a single point in the start of his. Not that it would have mattered here, but yeah, he just got caught with the Torrent, caught with the Sprout just to set up for that, and then yeah, he just got dragged because everyone else was already dead or not in any commission to a fight. So yeah, I mean, he still has nothing. He has a bottle. That's it. Yeah,
and his brown boots are looking a little worse for wear here. I'm assuming he may have wanted to go into the kind of smash build that was popular a while back with the straight boots of travel, but he's not going to be able to do that here. Unless they're very late.
Boots of travels are a dream at this point for him.
Yeah.
As he now might get caught up by Konka. That's the X, that's the Storm coming in.
Oh, but he's silenced!
Yeah, that's the Orchid coming into play, so...
And that's the problem with the Konka
too, even.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't ban out the Storm up against Shivy because, I mean, they know, okay, Jenkins Pudge is terrifying. We're going to ban that out, obviously. But Shivy's Storm is just as big. And Keha going to get taken down beyond Godlike Streak now for Shivy, as there's no Caster's Curse kicking in for me yet there.
Well, the only bad thing here for Shibby is that he's getting all these kills before the Bloodstone could come out. So.
He's the pinata, too.
Yeah.
If they do kill him, sitting at the highest net worth, he's going to be the most useful kill they can get. But Asanta and Nasa, not going to be so lucky. Already dead to the Soul Burn. Just that amplified damage, it does so much damage on a Storm Spirit or a Quap. People oftentimes underestimate it, but YOLO Swaggerco, can he get it out? He'll make it. No, he won't. Just kidding. I was hopeful.
You spoke too soon, man. You spoke too soon. The tower goes down as well. Shibby, that's the shenanigans I was talking about.
And Shredder's just like, okay, Jenkins, or Shibby, you go back, and we'll bring you back.
If they had a gem now, he would have also gotten Bounty Hunter right there, but now he's looking for someone else.
He'll take the Nyx, but actually,
deep, but wow.
Jenkins going to come in here, and silencing up the Nyx, they're not able to do much. They will take down Jenkins, but they want Shibby. They need Shibby.
They absolutely need them. If they can get this kill, especially... okay. If they can get this kill and Phantom Assassin or someone, then...
Okay, there we go.
Winter Wyvern
Phantom Assassin.
This, okay.
Well, Winter Wyvern getting 700 gold. I'm actually 2,200 gold up on her. That's a 3k gold swing for 2 heroes. Good lord.
That was a huge kill streak. I can't help but think though that it would have been better if Phantom Assassin got that kill, or maybe Ember Spirit.
A little bit.
They could have used it much more.
However, this is going to mean most of a mech for Wyvern, which is going to make her tanky and a little less prone to be just, oh, they've got me, guys. I'm dead again. You know. Right now she's food.
The thing is, Mechanism is kind of a mid-game item, and by the time she gets it, or by the time Santa gets it, it's not going to be really effective anymore, right? Especially since you already have a Storm Spirit who's moving beyond an Orchid right now. Mechanism is not going to do too much for you.
Yeah, it will at least give you a slight armor buff, though, and I think that's enough to say it's valuable. But, of course, you'd like to have it a lot sooner. As Eleanor getting caught out here, maybe overextended a bit, doesn't have a remnant available, and doesn't have the mana to get out to it as Nyx will get silenced up and is already dead here. That's 3 dead for ASDF. And Wyvern, well, I hate to break it to you, but you are broken.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, Mechanism wouldn't have done anything against that, and at the same time, what else could you have gotten? What else would a Phantom Assassin could have gotten with that? And Yellowstar Creek, we would have finished this Battle Fury, and I'll probably finish this Battle Fury by then. Yeah, with that 700 gold, and that means that if you can total out, then you have some sort of backup, because Phantom Assassin will start farming, will start cleaving, and then maybe you have some sort of fallback if you manage to drag out the game. I mean, it's a lot of ifs, but that's all you can hope for, really, if you're that far behind up against the Stone Spirit, who's playing extremely well.
Yep, Yellow Swagger, or Eleanor taken down, and ASDF not looking as strong as they looked previously, and in fact, Visage also has that mech up for the team. Oddly enough, not going for a Scepter, but I think they just want to Deathball push, press their advantage right now, because again, I don't care how much farm you have, if you're an Ember Spirit at the 60-minute mark, you're probably doing something. That should be actually, we'll get jumped on there. Yellow Swagger caught out in a Sprout and just getting kited left and right. And this can be another problem with like a lot of melee heroes up against Nature's Prophet, up against Kunkka as well with his long-range spells. The Sansa at NASA is going down again. It's yet another triple kill for Shibby. 17-1-5.
It's looking to break some sort of record from Sumail, but I think Sumail's still a little bit ahead. Well, we don't have the numbers right there at hand right now. But
I'd like to see the kills per minute though for him versus Sumail, because wow, good game is called after game number 1, and it wasn't very pretty for ASDF.
Yeah, pretty.
Hopefully they have
something I would use.
Yeah,
use with this game.
But hopefully they have a second chance here in a second. We'll draft a little better, maybe play a little better. I still felt like before Storm Spirit got out of control, okay, that they were doing all right.
Yeah, they were doing okay down on the bottom lane. It was a little bit weird that kind of traded lane roles for a little bit. I mean, the safe lane became their off lane, so to speak, and vice versa. But it did work out. The big problem was that Ember Spirit kind of couldn't really hold the candle to Storm Spirit. The problem was also that Winter Wyvern and Bounty Hunter, I mean, both of those are not really the most playmaking heroes in the beginning without some help. I mean, without some support that has a stun, that has some burst damage to go with it.
And they're lacking that initiation potential, and therefore they can't start the fights that they want to.
Yeah.
If they got to the 60-minute game, yeah, they might have had a shot, but you have to last that long, or you don't get the liberty of playing that late game strat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Anyways, we'll go over to game number 2 in just a moment here, guys. You're watching Truesight TV. I'm SP Revolution 5. He's Dragondrop Dota. You can find us on Twitter under those names, and we'll be right back.